Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, back to my channel. I've got a slightly different share with you today. I've seen quite a lot of comments and requests in various groups actually about using a junk journal and how people use them. And I sometimes direct people back down my timeline because I have got some journals down there that I made a few years ago that I have used, and you can see what's in those if you want to scroll back down my timeline. This is a more recent one, although it hasn't necessarily got recent stuff in it. There is some. This is again a journal I made quite a while ago. It's quite thin card, paper covered with Craftex spine. My own journals tend to be less fancy than the ones I make now, I suppose, or the ones that I sell. I don't sell that many, but I keep making them and I can't keep them all. Anyway, and this one isn't particularly vintage either, but I made it with 4 signatures. I've put a little charm on it and a bit of sari silk. So I'll just take you inside and give you an idea of how I would include my memories. I use them as scrapbooks really. I think this one, just out of interest, this one is 6 by 9, so it's also a little bigger than the majority of those that I make now. The first part of it is all relates to a holiday that we went on in 2008 in America, Arkansas, and I'm not going to dwell on the pages. They're obviously quite personal to me, so and not of great interest to you. But it's a series of photographs. I've done some of them on flips. That's just a little bit of card. Now I would do a fancy journal card, but I didn't really know about those when I made this. More photographs. And this is really just a diary of what we did each day on this holiday. The odd photograph, this is a page from a National Geographic magazine that I just liked, so I decided not to cover that up. That was one of my pages in the signature. I did use tags, sorry, I think I went out of screen there. In the middle of each signature I used, strangely, I used a holiday brochure from the Scilly Isles here in the UK. They're off the coast of Cornwall and they're one of our favourite places to go. So I've just written on here. So this is in the, I don't care. This is in the middle of the American holiday, the Arkansas holiday. There's an envelope here. Receipts which have faded. Mostly photographs, tickets. We went on the Mississippi, we went to Beale Street, we did all the touristy things. We were staying with friends, we went to Graceland. This one was a really thin old book page, so I've just put a bit of gesso and green paint by the look of it over that. Cut out photograph, cut out Graceland to make a pocket. I've used stamps, sometimes I use ribbons occasionally. Don't know if I'll find one of those. I've put in some black, I think this might be a black envelope, so I've used a white gel pen to write on there. These are just various places our friends took us. Again, in the middle of the signature I have a random George R.R. Martin. This is probably from a magazine. He wrote Game of Thrones, which I read as well as watched the TV series, so just put a little comment on there. Paper bags. The other side of that black envelope. And then we came to the end of the holiday. This is a paper bag folded over, and then, as I say, these are quite random pages, so I've just gone to These are letters and things that I want to keep from, actually that was from a great aunt. So some of these go back to my childhood. This is 2017, a theatre show we went to. A bit more of the Scilly Isles here. This is a rub-on. Then we went to Lostwithiel in Cornwall and Foy, so there's some pictures there from that. Card from my husband. The wedding of a friend in 1979. Drawing I did as a teenager. And again, photographs from 2017 and a letter from, oh, must be, yeah, 1969. But things I didn't want to throw away, and my dog. So very, very random. But I like the way it looks. I like the interest. So this again is a 1972 riding holiday I went on with a friend of mine. And then I've got a handmade Christmas card that a friend sent me last year, I think. So, as I say, very random. But I think a nice way to use these books up. So I hope that might have helped a little bit. And thank you for watching. My voice is a bit croaky because I've got yet another cold. And I'll be back soon with some more journals. Bye-bye.